10-minute podcast live from Daytona Beach. And now we have Ggreg, Chaille, Chad, Shank, and Junior Stopka has taken the Andy chair. And you started this whole tour.
Yeah.
You bought a car for
$500
from a bus boy.
That's a good way to start a tour.
Well, there was no check engine light until
in
about
Chicago.
100 miles ago. But yeah, in Chicago.
And
Wow.
the three of you are traveling together. You
Yeah.
started this doing a suicide benefit for
Yeah.
some kid that committed suicide.
Yeah,
How did
I
that
think,
come
I don't
up?
know, but I think we made people commit more suicides after that show because it was not very good.
What town was that?
That was in Sarasota.
But how do you get fingered to be the comedy act for a suicide benefit? The three of you.
That was a mistake. Well,
Whose hookup was that?
I think that was Andy's.
Andy.
Sounds right. I mean, on
Andy?
paper.
It was, remember a one and done from the Super Bowl party? Her kid killed himself. She's
One and done.
anyway. It was a friend of mine whose kid, he died 2 years ago on the 22nd, and asked if I'd come back do comedy on the 22nd for her kid, and she did. Yeah, so that's how it started.
Oh wait. Oh, it's a chick.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
And
yeah.
there was T-shirts available. She made T-shirts.
Oh, she
that's-
made t-shirts.
She was selling
Not
merch.
the tour
I
T-shirt.
thought
Yeah.
you were just saying that you had the hubris of to
Well,
sell merch.
She had her own merch.
Oh
It was her
God.
therapy merch, really.
therapy merch.
Yeah, she makes clothes of her kid for
Was it-
therapy.
Was it like an evidence photo, crime scene photo
No,
of the
it's
kid
like-
hanging from a
crochet?
I-beam?
Well, no, it's weird. It looks like the 1980s picture of like a lady. Like that was not her son, but on the bottom there's a patch that says R.I.P. Blank blank.
What event do you wear that to? Hey, honey, grab my Suicide Kid T-shirt because I'm gonna do.
I don't know, but
some painting.
Does this go with my suicide shirt?
The shirt has fake blood stains on it and a picture.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Do you have one?
Yeah.
Oh Jesus, I gotta see that. You
Andrist
should wear
has
it
one.
tonight.
Yeah.
Wear it on
I think
stage.
you'd go with the slogan like "Don't do it" or something like Nike had. Just do it.
I remember Doug called me. I was like, "Do you have any stories?" I go, "No." Doug goes, "You will." He was right. He was right.
Was that after you bought the $500 car? Because that's a story. I'm afraid to drive a $500 car across town. You guys are driving it across the country.
I love that the tour hinges on it.
Yeah.
They had to have it,
We
or
gotta
they were
do it.
canceling dates.
Drove to Florida from Chicago.
But they evidently picked up another date in town on Sunday night.
Oh, we did?
Oh,
I'm not doing that.
I thought you,
and I ain't driving there.
I thought you told me that. You told me that.
I didn't tell you that.
You said, "Yeah, I guess we got picked up a Sunday on the night off."
What? No, we have a night off.
Oh, okay, all right.
In the
I
the
thought you were
hotel.
happy that you were.
Oh, hell no!
You get to stay
I
at the
want
hotel.
a day
All
off.
right.
Every show is heckling and just people falling down in the middle of our shows, bleeding and death.
No, someone
tell
fell.
Us,
Someone
tell
fell.
us about the chick that launched herself.
Oh,
Was it
this
you?
was the greatest. I've never seen a heckler shut herself down like that. Usually the comic. There was this lady, you know how.
Who's on stage, first of all?
Who's on stage? The host. No, this was before the show. You're like, oh, that lady's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
You know? She's already drinking. She's shaking my hand hard, looking me in the eye. I go, uh-oh.
The one?
The one is here. She's heckling everybody, so they're like, we better get Rouse up there because before he drinks himself.
cleaner?
Yeah, he's the cleanup crew. He's the guy from Slapshot, the three guys with the glasses.
Hanson
Get him in
Brothers.
there. Yeah, get him in there, and then the rest of the game will be nice and calm. So, just like he's dealing with her, and she's heckling, you know. I like you, all right, avocado. So you can't make it out.
What town?
This was in Tampa.
Tampa.
No, Dirty Nellies is where. Tampa Bay, yeah. So we were at Dirty Nellies, and then I think Sean is like 15 minutes in. We gave him a long time to deal with her, like maybe 20 minutes. And she
Stretch.
stands up.
Stretch.
Yeah, she stands up to take a drunken stretch or charge the stage, one of the two. And then I've never seen anything like it. She does a complete front flip and hits her face right on the ground. And the bouncer came in and were like, all right, you got to go. But she still stayed. They still let her stay because she's a regular. And and then everyone's like, well, she was paid to be here. Like,
Oh, a Confederate.
there was a Confederate. No, everyone thought we paid her to be there. That's
Yeah.
how good of a heckler
Thought
she
it was a plant.
It was a plant. It was
Clean.
beautiful.
Clean.
Never in 25 years of comedy have I ever known any comic ever to use a plant, except for one guy he did a fake psychic act, and at one point
Well,
it was
you
part of
have
the
to,
show. He had one plant because he needed it for the show, but I mean it was kind of obvious. But never, and I just when you tear a fucking heckler to pieces just so skillfully and brutally. And people go, oh, yeah, she's part of the show, right?
Clearly-
You're like,
clearly
no, I
hired.
was fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was just kind of an insult. That was a plant. No, it wasn't.
You couldn't have been that good on your own.
We did.
I'm imagining what it would look like if they planted somebody in the office. How horrible that would go.
I'll tell you. We did that when we were in Texas. Texas at was a coffee house that had a tent.
Oh, yeah.
And Johnny Meatsticks wanted to do something to where he was going to heckle you, and you're like, Chaille, that's a horrible idea, but I think you should do it. But you didn't tell me to do it because you wanted me to do it because you knew it was
he held up a Bible and started
he
screaming.
wanted, but you knew this was going to go bad. This was basically a plant, and I went along with it. Like I would try and shut him down. And when this all happened, it was like right when you started, he was holding up this performance art kind of piece where he's like going to hold a Bible. And there were bikers that were on him before I could go, this is a plant. Right? Like, this is part of the show. I couldn't even get over there. They were already fucking grabbing him. He's like, hey. And it was so bad. And a total lesson I learned was you have to be fucking real in what you're doing up there, because if you try any kind of fucking thing like that.
Yeah, he had planned some whole thing
the
out.
whole
I
thing.
go,
And it never went past the first little bit where he stands up, and they were dragging him the fuck out of there.
yeah, I mean, I
It's so
assumed it was
bad.
going to have a payoff. Like, all right, this is a prank.
You
It's
knew
not a plant.
there was no-
I was not engaging with him.
No, you knew that it was going to be a little goofy thing at the front, and there really was no payoff. And you heard the whole pitch, and you're like, yeah, Chaille, that's not going to work, but you should do it. Yeah, so fuck you.
Weren't you guys plants one time? Andy was telling me you guys went to some Christian
Oh, that was
place.
a city council meeting
Oh.
where we went and argued. They were voting on legalized gambling on the riverboats, and we decided to go down and fuck with them. And I go, all right, I'll be good cop, you be bad cop. And so he found some weird Bible passage and just stood up and started yelling. Where is that money going to? It says right here in the Bible, and it's something about if your fucking donkey falls in another man's hole and breaks its leg, then you owe that guy a donkey. Just some completely random fucking bullshit. And he storms out. Then I didn't have the balls to get up because I was sober. I left him hanging.
That if your donkey falls in another guy's hole, you owe him a donkey is our rule for this weekend too. By the way,
Yeah.
But I do like that people think it's a conspiracy. Like, yeah, I've seen this. There's plants. You know, just two guys just with their arms folded go, yeah, we've seen this before.
What do we got? I guess.
Oh, yeah, what time is it?
Still got another minute and a half.
Oh, okay. Well, bingo got sprung from the nut hatch. I got to get that in. There's nothing. I have nothing else to follow it up. She just called last night and said she's getting her exit paperwork and she had to fill it out. And I don't know how long it took her to get out. Never got to see a doctor. Passed a preliminary examination.
A meet and greet. That
Yeah,
was it.
Yeah, she got a meet and greet. Basically, she got an autograph. Fucking took a snapshot and sent her on her way. I hope she kept those prison scrubs.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to fly her out here first class in her prison scrubs, but she didn't have the mental capacity to go right from there.
To the airport in Phoenix?
Yeah, to the Phoenix airport, to 2 flights in the middle of the night to get here. So, yeah, she's at home, and...
Would you say she's still feeling blue? Oh Where's the LOLs like I get on
yeah,
Twitter?
that's why you're not closing the shows, Junior.
That's why you're driving the car.
So if you sent mail to Bingo at the hospital, they will forward whatever mail's on its way there. And
So keep sending it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Keep sending
Kill him
it.
with tasks.
Yes, Valley Hospital, 3550 East Pinchot Avenue. That's Pinchot Avenue, Phoenix, Arizona, 85018. And attention, Amy Bingaman, patient number 30019.
That's it.
Hashtag lives in infamy.
Don't do the hashtag.
Yeah, don't do the hashtag. All right, that's a 10-minute podcast. We'll be back with more 10 minutes after this 10 minutes.